Good morning, Mr. Bustamante. You speak English, sir? Sir. So you're charged with terroristic threat of a family or a household member. That allegation kicks it up to a Class A misdemeanor, so you're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. Oh, he's on bond for a terroristic threat, and he's picked up another terroristic threat.
Correct, Your Honor.
They're my kids. My kids.
We are going to do probable cause on the new case. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
We'll do probably possibly probable cause. Right? There's other things we want to get into when we actually have a further point. But we're happy to do the probable cause right now.
Is it part of the new case or the old case? Okay.
And the old case.
You have the right to remain silent. Exercise that right. Now is not the time for you to fight this case, Mr. Bustamante. Please.
Judge, on April 25th, 2025 in Harrison County, Texas, law enforcement officer dispatched a criminal mischief call and made contact with the complaining witness, defendant's son, who stated that the defendant damaged complaining witness's mother's vehicle. That would be the defendant's wife's vehicle. And when complaining witness asked the defendant why he did it, the defendant replied, "I'm going to beat your fucking ass." Complaining witness stated he was in fear for his life due to the defendant being known to be aggressive with family members.
Same complaining witnesses in the first case?
Yes, Your Honor. The complaining witness in the first case is the defendant's daughter. The complaining witness in the second case is the defendant's son.
Mr. Bustamante, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with your case on the new case. I ordered you not to pick up any new cases. I told you not to become a danger to my city. You've not picked up a new case, endangering my city. I now am going to revoke your bond. You go into custody. Goes with you.
What in the world is a 16-year-old?
Stop. I will appoint you a lawyer today if you don't have one, but...
He threatened me to kill me.
Yes,
Then they put me with lawyers that threatened me inside of jail? What is that right?
Sir, you not say nothing. Nada.
You know, Mr. Bustamante, I know that there are two sides to the story. I get it, right? That's why we have trials. But in the interim, we ask you to do several things. And when you don't, there are serious consequences. Number one, we ask you to show up. On your first case, you failed to appear just in and of itself, and we had to issue a warrant for your failure. We issued bond conditions on that as well. Those conditions were also broken. You've now picked up a new case. I want you to understand something and listen and hear me clearly. Mr. Bustamante, I want you to listen and I want you to hear me clearly, because what I'm doing now is I'm putting orders of protection on both of your cases. And if you violate these, you are looking at two more very serious violation of a protective order case. That, in and of itself, is the capital murder of misdemeanors. Do you understand? You violate conditions on that, I can have a hearing to hold you at no bond.
I understand 100%, sir. Your Honor.
I am asking you to do is do not have contact with either of the complaining witnesses in these cases. I don't care if they're relation. I don't care if there's no relation. I don't care who they are. Do not have contact. And when I mean no contact, I mean no contact of any kind. No phone calls, text messages, social media, emails, Snapchat, whatever, maybe smoke signals. No means no.
It's not a problem, Your Honor. It's not a problem.
So this is now an order that identifies both Bustamantes as protected individuals. You cannot communicate with them. You cannot commit an assault, commit an act in furtherance of an offense under section 42.072 of the Texas Penal Code, which is the stalking statute. You cannot threaten, harass, communicate with a third party to try to communicate with them. You cannot be in possession of a weapon or go within 200 feet of where they live or where they work.
I understand, Your Honor. I got 7 kids.
Yes.
And those are not the oldest ones. I'm a good dad.
Don't talk to these two.
I understand, Your Honor.
This order only applies to these two. Don't use the other kids to try to have contact with these. If you do,
We all live together. Right.
not you now, you don't.
Right. I go to Mom's house.
Go somewhere else, because they're going to inform those kids now that you're not supposed to be there or have contact with them.
That's not a foul, Your Honor.
All right.
Except the first one, my daughter, she doesn't live here. She ran away with her husband. Whenever she called the cops, she wasn't even at the house.
I don't
Actually.
want you to have contact with them. I'm not asking you much. You've already picked up 2 cases. You pick up a third, I'm going to blow a gasket.
That's done. You got it.
State, is there anything else?
Yes, Your Honor. There are allegations of drug use too. We would ask for reading your analysis.
Okay. You're not to use alcohol, illegal drugs. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're using, likewise, I'm going to revoke these bonds and we'll put you back in. As it stands now, you are a flight risk. I'm not going to give you a PR bond. So what'll happen now is we're going to put you back. I've got your bond set. If you have someone that posts your bond, then you must abide by these conditions.
My daughter, my daughter.
I've given you a lawyer. You need to talk to the lawyer. You have the right to remain silent. Everything you say, they're going to sit there and they're going to type it to use it to prove your guilt. Just don't say anything. I'm telling you what the expectation is. So if you do get out, you don't pick up a third case.
I have a question.
What's the question,
Ask
actually?
the lawyer.
Okay, so, okay.
Okay.
We're good, Judge.
You good? Okay. All right, Mr. Bustamante, you know what's expected of you from now on. That's it?
Thank
Okay,
you.
so we need him to sign conditions
Yes,
with
sir.
Roxanne whenever she's ready.
You come up here so I can.
I'm not good. I want to
Please.
I want to go to jail.
Good morning, Mr. Ibara.
Good morning, sir.
So you're charged with unlawful carrying of a weapon. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, sir.
Judge, this is a under 21 UCW. I can still read you the facts if you would like. Okay.
A young man is found bleeding in an alley with a gun in his backpack. The shell casings match. The story? He was shot at and returned fire. But was it even a crime? Judge Fleischer digs through the details and delivers a surprising ruling. This time, it's not jail. It's a second chance.
On March 3rd, 2025, an officer was dispatched to a shooting. The officer found the defendant in a back alleyway with a gunshot wound to his leg. The defendant had a mesh backpack in his possession at the time and was able to see that there was a black handgun inside. The caliber of the handgun matched shell casings located on the ground next to the defendant. The defendant stated that he shot the gun in self-defense at 3 black males who shot at him. Those suspects fled the scene after officers' arrival. The defendant was transported to Ben Taub Hospital, where the defendant was being treated for the gunshot wound to his left femur. The defendant admitted to being in the 114th Street Bounty Hunters gang and is 18 years old.
Okay, so was it really that, did he shoot himself or do we know that someone else shot?
We do not know. We
So-
know that the casings on scene match the caliber of the handgun that he had, but we don't know if he had shot himself and he stated he was being shot at by other people as well. So it's unclear.
So the only allegation is that he's underage, essentially. Okay. Mr. Ibara, I'm going to find that there's no probable cause to go forward in your case. You need to be very careful. You get but one life. You know, God forbid something happens where you have a gun and you use it, and then you end up getting charged with something. You've gotten shot in the leg now. I mean, luckily it's not somewhere else. It could be life ending.
Sure.
When you hang with dogs or when you're bad places in the middle of the night, really, do something with your life. Get into school, graduate, get some knowledge.
Sure.
Take a seat.